give us the information, motivation, education that we need in our community. Next, we would like to thank SoCal Tattoo out of Tarzana, California. SoCal Tattoos, where all your tattoo needs will be met. Go out there and check them out and let them know AC sent you. And last but definitely not least, Rockstar Plumbing Company out of Chatsworth, California. You can reach them at 818-814-3044 for all your plumbing needs. And now, without further ado, let the show begin.
Yo, what up, what's up, everybody? It's another episode of What's the Word on Wednesdays on the realest platform on YouTube, man, American Cholo.
That's right.
It's your dog, Doughboy Tony. Got the homies with me, man. What's up, fellas? How we doing?
Right here getting ready for the party.
I'm
Still trying to figure out what in the hell is this shaver doing in the studio, bro?
Bro, I don't know.
And the only thing I can think of is Chris is getting ready for something, bro.
Damn.
He's been growing his beard. What's he trying to do? What are those videos?
The ASMR videos?
He's like, do you want me to shave? Oh, hold on, bro. I gotta take this. Yes, ma'am.
Man.
You got it.
But, all right.
What's cracking though?
Nah,
man?
folks.
Is that your blade right there, fool? Is that your razor blade, dog?
Nah, fool.
Come on, dog.
Come on, perro.
You found it right behind you, G.
Fool, just in
Hey,
case.
fool, you took the YouTube, you got a little too serious. Are you ready to keep that shit just in case
Come
something
on.
cracks?
For real. Come on, my boy. Man, trying to stay out the heat, bro. It's crazy. This weather's been fucking back and forth.
Yeah, it's been bad.
You know, it's been cold and it's been hot, and then today's fucking, man, back to this heat. But you know, shit, I like the summer weather, so hopefully we get some more consistency. But you know, it's been fucking back and forth.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's been fucking hot, dog. Like you said, and even last weekend.
Yeah.
Or was it last weekend, Mother's Day?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? It was fucking hot, fool.
Yeah.
Super hot. I was like, no, mama. It was just like blazing, dog. And I think it's just felt that way more because I hadn't felt that heat in a while.
Yeah, but it's dope. You know, that's why we live here in Califas, bro.
Oh, yeah,
like
that's
when
cool.
when it's hot, man, you want to fucking take the whips out, fucking drink some fucking brews,
Hell yeah.
barbecue with the family, you know, get out, you know, go to the functions.
Jump in the pool.
Yeah, when it's cold, bro, and gloomy, nobody's outside. Nobody want to go outside. You be all depressed and shit.
Yeah. I
So
fuck with the cold, though. I think the cold is underrated, low key.
yeah,
I think so.
the cold here,
Cold weather.
the cold weather here, because the weather.
No, yeah, the cold weather here.
the seasons don't change.
Yeah.
Let's see, but here we only like the cold. You know why? Because man, I got that jacket I want to sport.
Yeah.
I got that hoodie I want
Yeah.
to sport.
And it's not like it's like, it's not fucking unbearable. You know, you walk out and you can handle it. Like you said, you put on a nice jacket and you're cool, you're warm.
Yeah,
You're chilling.
No, you're
Yeah,
right.
we wouldn't want that North Dakota cold.
Nah.
Damn.
Nah. And all that East Coast cold, fuck that.
All right, so I was out of the room. Did anybody figure out
Nah.
where this razor came from, bro?
My theory is that it's Frank's.
Yeah, it was right behind him, bro. It was right behind him,
I
bro.
think he took the YouTube Yarda too serious. He's trying to have a little shank on her, you know, trying to
that
get
fool's
ready.
gonna get he's gonna get his toothbrush. He's gonna melt it. He's gonna take the blades out. He's gonna melt it to the toothbrush. He got his tomahawk, bro.
He's like,
I'll slice you, homie. Yeah,
He's ready. He's ready for anybody.
YouTube Yarda, homie. Twitch up for the YouTube Yarda. So what's going on, fellas? Everything good?
Everything
Yeah,
good, man.
just starting the pod, checking in.
We're talking about the heat.
Yeah, it's hot out there, bro. All of a sudden, today, tomorrow, I think it's supposed to cool down by Friday or Saturday, but
Yeah.
it's all right. Tomorrow, I think I'm taking the day off from work. I'm gonna go swimming, bro. I'm like,
That's right.
not too bad of a form in life, carnal.
Come on, nothing major.
Right, nothing major. Somebody's asking, how can you do construction? Well, yeah, you can make great money, bro.
Absolutely.
But like in anything else, you can make great money just about anywhere, bro. But you got to step up.
You can't get around. You can't get around the work. I think I kind of put this into perspective where people who are trying to get into shape, like you're not going to lift 1,000 pounds tomorrow. You're not going to lose 100 pounds today, right?
Right.
It's going to take you some time. So anything that you do, business, you know, learning a new trade, whatever it may be, it's like, bro, you're not going to go from A to Z, you know, from one day to the next. You can't get around the work.
Yeah, you can't just go to a freak off in the first time. You're gonna make $6,000, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You
gotta work your way up there.
You gotta work your way up.
Well, you're not
to
gonna
the
sleep
peak,
with you're not
bro.
gonna sleep with Diddy on the first
Hey,
time.
but
you're
no,
there,
nobody
dog.
slept with Diddy yet, bro. Hey, nobody. Nobody slept with Diddy yet.
Damn.
I was waiting to see all kind of fucking crazy shit. This
That's
is
what
like,
we think.
That was just a cuck, fool. bro.
He's a cook. Thank you.
that's
That's
straight up,
exactly what it is. This should be
Major.
the cook trials. That's
yeah.
all it is. It's not a freak off. He's a cook. He's a super cook. He had that much money where he can do cook every day. A little bit cook for you, cook for me, cook for everybody, bro. That's what it was.
So what do you think? His parties were like cook parties?
It was well so
Him
far.
and the elites would sit there and watch their wives just get banged up.
Wait, you know what? So far, I would have said no, but now we got Wendy Williams just came on, bro. I don't know if you guys seen that one. I showed you guys a little
Yeah,
bit.
you showed me earlier.
She was a surprise guest, which actually gets me back interested into the trial because I was kind of losing thing like, this is BS, bro. It's just a cuck party. And then Wendy Williams came in. I was like, oh shit, that's a surprise guest. So imagine who else they might have back there.
Yeah.
So
So
they got everybody.
Wendy Williams said, Mr. Chris, that Chris was asking me. I said, you better watch the show. He's like, I'm gonna be working the show. I said, yeah, even better. So Wendy Williams came on today, Chris. She made sure to make it a point when they were asking her about Diddy for her to pivot and start talking about Jay-Z. She said, before we get into this Diddy thing, let's talk about Jay-Z.
Why? He's not on trial?
Well,
Should be.
She
Objection, Your Honor.
said, she said she wants to expose the game. I have been saying this, and I'm just kind of rebating what she was saying. I have been saying this for years. I have lost sponsors for it. I have had my life threatened for it. I have had my house burglarized for it. She said that when she was starting out, that she came out and posted that she had a video, which she said she does, or she did, of Jay-Z, Jamie Foxx, and Foxy
Brown.
Foxy
Brown.
Brown.
Foxy Brown was only 15 at the time. I didn't know that either. I remember the videos. Yeah, I remember when the video first came out. I was like, man, that guy's gonna be a star. She's gonna be a star. That was like the very first video I ever saw of Jay-Z. And I'm not sure what year it was, but it was the very first one. Nobody really knew who the guy was. And you can just tell these fools are gonna be stars, right?
Yeah.
Well, apparently he was 27 years old at the time. Foxy was 15.
God damn.
And that Jay-Z was taking her around everywhere, like pretty much come on. It wasn't part of the record thing. And that somehow, some way, Wendy got a hold of that video. And as soon as she said something, the next night her house was burglarized and they stole it. Allegedly.
But allegedly.
Yeah,
but-
but isn't everything allegedly right now?
Yeah.
We're at court.
Well, no, I mean, proof. That's what wins in court is proofs, not baseless accusations.
Well, that's what I'm saying about
Against the
Puff.
man.
So she was pretty much saying that all these things that she's been talking about, and she came up with a transcript. She came up with paperwork. She's like, look at this interview I did with this gentleman. This gentleman said he went to a Diddy party and that those were not really parties. It was pretty much, you go to this room, you're getting indoctrinated, what she said, into the life. So you want to be part of this life, you're going to go in here and do some crazy stuff, or they have dirt on you in case you want to expose them.
Fuck.
And she said that Jay-Z was complicit, Jamie Foxx was complicit. What's the guy that he's married? Man, he plays piano, music. He's married to like an Asian chick, very pretty.
John Legend.
John Legend.
John Legend.
John Legend. Yeah. We're not talking about Yoko. now, right?
Almost the same shit.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much, right? So she was just kind of, I think she took that as her opportunity to expose the industry. And that's what she's been trying to do for a minute. So now to me, it's like, all right, now let's see if some other big stars are going to come out.
Well, I heard Kid Cudi got called.
You can
up
turn
to
that one on. This
testify
time
too.
it's
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Kid Cudi. I don't know if you guys saw that. I think Kid Cudi is gonna testify or some shit
yeah, he got his car blown up.
because he was dating
Cassie
for
a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't even have to look far. Like I know Chris over here is saying that allegedly, and there's, we still have to see the rest of the evidence. You don't know how much evidence is being withheld from the public.
a lot.
Is
I'm sure.
being withheld, right? Because for whatever reason,
Politicians.
Diddy probably has some great lawyers, has people in the pocket,
Top of the line.
so you really don't know what's being presented right behind closed doors. But there's an example, Chris, that we don't have to look far. Look at R. Kelly. Like, didn't anybody think it was weird that he was getting married to a 16-year-old in Aaliyah? Like, nobody thought that shit was
Nobody
weird
cared.
when it was happening. And then you wonder why, like, he had a bunch of evidence, right, that came out. And obviously he's incarcerated for the rest of his life because of him being a piece of shit. So these allegations against Jay-Z, I'm like, you don't have to look far. You've already seen this story happen once.
That's Chris's player, though. That's why.
Yo, I'm like, where
That's Chris's
there's
player right there.
That's my guy.
That's why.
where there's smoke, there's fire, bro.
Baseless accusations.
That's right. Well, that's what Diddy's gonna say, bro. But so far,
Did you?
Nah,
I haven't seen the Rico yet, bro. I yet to see the Rico. I think the Rico's watered down right now. Cause I've been saying this, like, come on, give me some Rico act shit, bro.
Like I said, it could be all the stuff that you can't see behind closed doors, bro. I'm like, look, when it comes to like being allegations and back and forth and having attorneys at each other and the government involved and all these players, right? There has to be a bunch of evidence that hasn't presented
Yeah,
itself.
Frank, but so far, what's been going on in the trial is kind of like the YouTube yarda. It's people just saying, this guy's a dirtbag.
See,
This guy, this guy did this. Oh, this guy did that. And we're like, some of us like, yeah, we know already. Like, he's a fucking dirtbag. He's a sleazeball. He likes having orgies, this and that. But, okay, but where is the moving dope? Where is the having Colombian sex workers come over here and then he's selling them for thousands of dollars all over the fucking state and the world? Where is the RICO Act?
I think there's just a lot of different names on those like lists. that,
Powerful
like,
people.
very powerful people that they just can't expose everything. Right
Where's
now.
the Epstein list, bro? Where's the where's the rest of those files?
Let's stay on track with this right now, right? So this is what they're doing. They had his assistant testify yesterday, and I'm hearing his assistant, and he's saying something happened with him and Suge Knight, and I thought he had to like, and they said he goes into the car. Long story short, he goes to the car. P Diddy's got 3 guns on him. I thought at that point they took off. No, he says P Diddy says go find them fools. We're gonna smoke them. These fools are going looking for Suge Knight. And then I think it was, I saw it on CNN. They said, and then they were trying to assassinate this gentleman. And then I started thinking, wait a minute, dude, what year was this? This guy's old as hell testifying. They're coming with testimony from 1996, 97 that this happened. They were gangbanging on each other. This is not no RICO. This was West Coast, East Coast hip hop gangbanging. And they're now making it seem like, you know, P. Diddy was not Suge Knight. We all know who Suge Knight was.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're not afraid of Suge Knight, who are you not afraid of in the industry back then? A lot of people are afraid of that guy. Yeah. So to sit there and bring some shit from 1997 to trial to make, I thought they were talking about something just recently happened. And that's when I saw the guy. Damn, this guy looks very old compared to his picture. Yeah, he's like 60-something years old now. He's talking about a thing back when he was much
30 years ago.
Yes, bro.
30 years ago.
But they're saying that at the same time, oh, why are you listening to those texts from Cassie? Those were 15 years ago. Well, this shit that happened with Diddy was 30 years ago, bro. It's like, I was like, damn, I got arrested around that time, bro. So it'll be getting American Cholo. Look what this guy, bro, you sound like my baby mama. That was 30 years ago. And that's what, again, makes me think this trial is watered down, bro.
I guess we just have to see the evidence. And I guess the only reason why I brought Epstein up is because a lot of the stuff has been redacted. A lot of the information hasn't come out. Like Diddy. Diddy has a lot of powerful friends, a lot of powerful people who participated in those freak offs and those Diddy parties. So there's a lot of powers at be, bro, that are trying to keep a lot of this information from coming out, right? That's my tinfoil hat. That's my belief, right? But it's still, the trial's still ongoing. We don't know what the prosecution has in their back pocket. We just have to wait and see.
What are we gonna do as a team if the list comes out and philosophers' names on it?
Damn. Well, we're
gonna put that fool to put us on. Put us on, fool. That's it.
He's Ghislaine Maxwell to Diddy. He's his assistant.
That fool ain't no Diddy. He's at a
That
pity
fool
party,
was
bro.
handling all his schedules, managing all his appointments and shit.
Imagine.
Damn.
That fool said he'll sell $5,000, bro. I was looking for $1 million. That fool said $5,000.
Did you guys see the ecstasy pills that Diddy was taking?
Oh, the Obamas.
Obama
That's
ecstasy
just
pills.
gangster. That's just gangster, bro.
That is fucking crazy.
That's just gangster, right?
That fool.
Yeah, at first when I heard it, I said, wait a minute, did Obama go there?
I wonder if him and Obama have the same plug.
They may have.
Oh.
They may have.
Obama shaped ecstasy. That's crazy.
I think that's what they're scared of. Hey, have you guys seen all the stuff about old Joe Biden now that he's got prostate cancer, but in the bone, and there's a doctor going around, and no other doctor has come out to say he's lying, saying no, if you got it in the bone, you've had it for at least like 3 to 4 years. So you had this all throughout your last presidency. Why were you hiding it? And they're saying that the reason Biden came out with it right now was to try to get the message taken away from the Jake Tapper just wrote a book, which is a CNN big time host over there, and some other guy, and they interviewed all kind of people that were part of the circle, and 90% of the people are saying, yeah, this fool didn't know what the hell was going on. He was like old man Santa. Hey, where we going over here? Well, let's go over here. And people were just using him, bro.
Damn.
So and now it seems like the Democratic Party is going out saying they're trying to make excuses for it. To me, it's like, no, bro. Even Jake Tapper, for you were CNN, you know what was going on. But it's like they're trying to rewrite history. What do you think about that?
Man, when it comes to like prostate cancer, it is something that I know, personally, that could happen rather quickly, right? Whether I'm not a medical professional to make an opinion on that because I don't know. And a lot of people will say, "Oh, well, yeah, I agree with it. Do your own research." At the end of the day, like I wouldn't be able to say yes or no.
Do you know what a woman is?
Yeah,
That's gotta make sure, bro. 100%. That's the question they come up with. Well, I'm not really a professional. You know what a woman is?
No, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good.
But
So you know what an old ass man has got dementia looks like, whether you're a professional or
But
not.
to your point, like we have to call a spade a spade. If they knew that he was, that he had cancer during his presidency and he was being used like legitimately as a puppet, yeah, there's people that heads need to roll. Absolutely. Just like we're trying to hold the current administration accountable, which we absolutely
we
should
are.
for their fucking bullshit immigration policy and all this stuff that's happening. Same thing with Grandpa Simpson. We have to hold him accountable and the people around him be like, hey man, like the shit don't slide on both sides. We have to call a spade and stop playing favoritism just because it suits you.
Yeah, we got to be like real news outlets, especially with those guys. I think those guys will gain much more listeners if they were actually fair on both sides. When you watch them, it's like they're just for one side. They're trying to cover up for one side, but that's a disservice like to the whole public, is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so what else we got, man? You got Notorious One in the building.
Notorious.
Notorious ready for the
Damn, bro.
Good shit.
No, we're
warming up. We're getting into it.
We're getting into what time is it right now? Yeah, we'll get about 20 more minutes right now. We're barely getting into this, man. We're gonna definitely okay. So we're gonna talk about. Put up the picture that I sent you, Chris. Of these guys right here, bro.
Latest.
The Dirtbag podcast.
Damn.
The Dirtbag podcast with the biggest dirtbag of them all, Prime.
Give me a sec.
Prime is definitely the biggest dirtbag of them all, bro. I've never liked that guy, bro. I've never fucking. It was like when Tony. Remember when Tony and I never liked that guy. I never liked that guy. Right? I got two guys. I got my balls in my wood. I don't break it for nobody. I don't like that guy. I never liked Prime, bro. Never that guy. So that's Prime right there. With All Facts podcast, it should be called All Mentiras because a lot of lies were coming out of there, bro. You got Compa Raider, Prime, and man, what do they call him? The High Homie one?
Rich Homie Quan.
I thought that was a rapper, bro.
Rich Homie Quan.
No, that's Rich Homie
Quan. So who had it first, Quan or Quan? I think Quan probably.
Quan.
Quan had it first, huh? The Rich Homie. How about the Quan? Quan has finally shown his face. He's been hiding behind the scenes for many years as the full community. Icon used to take all the heat for him for a lot of shit. And then Juan came out today a couple days ago, and he got together with that dirtbag Prime. I think that's the problem here. See, Prime has a head of an alien, bro. And with that head of an alien, he's sitting here and he's controlling Compa Raider, and he's controlling the homie Juan. All right, so get him away. We'll talk about those guys in about 10 minutes, bro. That was just, you can't just throw it all in there in one shot, bro. Hey, the game show.
Yeah.
You made, what is it? Which Juan is gonna be a citizen?
Damn.
That would be the name, bro.
Oh fuck! I just want to know if they do that. I gotta be able to bet on it, cause
You
need
would, fool.
I need it like on the apps, on the betting apps and everything. Betting on these people.
We are getting into the world. What movie was Arnold Schwarzenegger in? That he was remember they get in the shoot in it was a game show.
The Running Man.
The Running Man, bro. Thank you.
Yeah.
The Running Man. That was a movie. Some of you guys don't know. That would be a great remake to make right now too. The Running Man was a great movie. It was futuristic America, and you could go and say, "Hey, I'm in debt. All right, here you go. I'm gonna give you $100,000 or $1 million. Either that, or we're gonna kill you because I arrest you for stupid stuff." And you do the Running Man. And all kind of people come after you and all that. Well, now they're doing that, or the Trump administration is flirting with it, bro. And they would make so much money out of it, bro.
Yeah, that shit.
They would make so much money out of
They
it.
really would.
And people would want to play it.
Do we have that? Do we have an image that we can show everybody?
I don't know. Do we have something?
It's like a setup though, dog. I mean, what if you lose? What you just gonna?
Well,
what are they gonna do?
For the people out there that don't know, right? The Trump administration is creating a reality show with immigrants and the winner of this reality show would get their citizenship, which to me, bro, it's just in fucking terrible taste. Like,
Yeah, it's fucked up.
what happens is that they dehumanize us as a people so they can attack us in whatever way, right? So if you can make a person feel less and dehumanize them and treat them not as an individual, not as a human, as a game to be played with, then it's easy to conduct violence onto those people. And that's something that has been recorded throughout history, right? So even flirting with that idea, I'm like, bro, like, stop. Like, that in itself, just for you having those fucking thoughts, yeah, you know, we can sit here and we'll have the funny conversation, but that's total and utter bullshit. And that's what
dehumanizing,
bro.
Yeah.
It's,
Hey,
it's completely disrespectful.
Let me speak for the compas at work. The compas at work with it. Let's do this.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too.
I
mean,
know a lot of compas. I can go to the hood right now and pop open a beer, and these fools are and we're like, "Hey, wait, what do you think? What? Where do I sign up?"
but I think it depends on what losing comes with.
No,
too.
no,
Yeah, they're all deported, fool.
That's what I'm saying.
straight up.
no one's gonna want to do it.
Hell
Well,
no.
well, what if you're already in detention? You're gonna get deported anyways. And they say, "Listen, this is what you got."
See, yeah, that's different.
How about this? How about this? This is what you got. You got 5 contestants. We're gonna make the rules ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you lose, you're still walking away with 25K. 25K. If you win, you're getting a pathway to become a green card holder and then a citizen. But you're walking away with 25 grand even if you lose, bro.
American dollars?
Yeah, American dollars, bro. Hell yeah.
Start your new life.
Pathos.
Hey, you should have the fight for it.
You should have written the fine print, bro.
$25K dollars.
So-
A lot of people would lose on purpose, dog. They'll go back home.
Well, no, but you got to at least
That's a lot
try,
of
bro.
money
That's a lot of
in-
money.
in
It's a lot
different
of money,
countries.
100%.
Oh, you can do like third, like there'll be 5 guys. So yeah, tiers of it, right? So yeah, as long the longer you go. But what would be the games? Would it be with respect to the raza? But would it be like picking fruit? Would it be like
Damn.
hammering shit? I mean, what? Because you don't want them fighting people, bro. Come on.
Hey, bro, we're one step
Now you
away.
could do like what is that water one? Where they're fucking
Waterworld?
Nah, what is it called? Fuck. When they're like jumping over obstacles and shit, and there's water at the bottom.
You wipe out, bro. Well, that might not be bad.
That'd not be bad. Yeah, no.
That way they have fun too. If they're really,
Hey, but the crazy
the
part
only
is,
way I would think this would be dope though is if people volunteer there. Like,
of course,
fuck it,
you have
let's
to
do it.
volunteer, bro.
Yeah.
But it would be like either you volunteer or we're deporting you.
Yeah.
Nah, see, that's fucked up.
But that's how much it is right now, bro. And it's turning to that. You tell me if that actually happened, right? People will get up in arms, be all upset, but this fool will be like, I don't care, I'm doing it. Do you not think
People are gonna take the risk.
do you think that pay-per-view will not make millions and millions of dollars?
Yeah.
If they say we're gonna make this money, and some of this cut will go to the contestants. So if you're a contestant, you walk away with imagine if they give them this much money, for sure nobody could say anything. If every contestant got, let's say the number one guy will get pathway to citizenship, the other guy get like 500 grand, the other guy get 100 grand, the other guy, like break it down, fools will be like, this don't get away. This will be enough money because a lot of people that come to this country really don't want to come to this country.
No, they
All
come
right?
out of necessity.
They come out of necessity, bro.
Yeah.
So if they had that much money to go back to the country and live, bro, I'm sure they'll be happy with it.
Yeah. You make very good points. I think you have to see all sides of the coin. We can't really control what's going to happen or what this administration is going to do or what they're going to throw at us. I'm saying just the premise.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it's not
crazy.
And it's not
but it
just
could happen.
us. It could absolutely
The crazy
happen.
part, it could
I'm like,
happen.
Yeah.
bro, for this whole time, I thought like something like that was a joke, right? My homie, shout out to the homie George Perez out there. I don't know if you guys have been able to watch his comedy. Incredibly
Roddy,
funny,
man.
man. Incredibly funny, vato. He had this bit back in like 2008. He had this bit talking about, who wants to be a citizen, right? And he's like, I'll do a game show and I'll pick up the homies from, Home Depot and I'll have all these different games like who can mow a lawn fastest, blah, 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 all that, right? And, it's a joke and I get it. Comedians, that's kind of what they do. They're able to flirt with that line, right? And it's all in fun and games, but it's a trip because now you're starting to see like that, which was super far-fetched, which was just a joke. And now he's talking about the Trump administration came up with this information, not just like random people or a corporation. You're talking about the commander in chief, the most powerful man in the world. And his administration is floating the idea of gamifying your pain. Bro,
Yeah.
stop.
It is
when
such
you
a.
put it that way, bro, you put a big damper in the fucking game.
This isn't fun anymore. This isn't fun anymore.
Yeah, I still need to get that shit out.
Get his paper.
I still need to get that shit out. But yeah, no, I can see how it's fun. I can see like the other side for sure.
Even if it was something that's so, like, let's say immigrants were like, let's say 90% of immigrants like the idea of it, people are somehow, some way just gonna hate on it.
Are they gonna get offended?
No matter what, you know?
It's just like the self-deportation. They just had 64 people pull up.
Yeah.
And they're like, you know what? I'm out of here, bro. And I know people personally who left in the last year, within a year. I know 5 people who had left by themselves. I'm like, dude, that could have been 5 racks.
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen. So there's people like, you know what? I'm not dealing with this problem. I'll go back to my country of origin. I'm gone. I'll go suffer over there instead of over here. Because I think the next thing, if the Trump administration is really, really adamant about deporting people and going after them at work, then start going after the bosses. If that's the case.
You have to.
If that's the case. That way it'll put a little more pressure on them and be like, relax, bro. It ain't. I feel at this point that they're going after people they shouldn't be going. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But they're gonna continue it because we as Raza, we're not like the brothers, bro. Say whatever you want about the brothers. We could talk shit about them sometimes. They get together and they fight for theirs, bro. We will not.
Organize.
Yeah, we will not. They will get together and fight for theirs, bro. We will not.
So let me just put it to this way, you know, if something happens to us, right, and there's an issue, whether it's on the other side of the country, who's speaking for us at like the Million Man March? Who's speaking about us, you know, at Washington?
Nobody.
Right? You talk about the brothers and you think about like Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson and some of these individuals who obviously been involved in like the civil rights movement forever. But who is our Jesse Jackson? Who's speaking for us, at least to have a unified voice? You feel me? Like we don't even have that.
Nope.
This guy.
Yeah, that's what it is, bro.
You know, the American
This guy.
Cholo speaking for us.
We try, bro.
You know, yeah, 100%. That's why we have these discourses and these conversations, right? Which, you know, I'm not trying to put a damper. Everybody is here to get entertained and do all of that, right? We're just trying to make it to another day. But like we need to start having these real conversations amongst us.
But we do, Frank, all the time. The thing is that it doesn't get no traction. Like right now, bro, I could sit here and go off on 4 different people and I will get some views, bro. This vato's a lame, this vato's a PC, this vato is this vato is that. And my numbers will go. But if I say, hey, man, we got some issues right now, politically, the immigration policy, let's get together. Well, who are you? Instead of saying, what can we do? They say, who are you? And that is our people, bro. That are people. I think we're cursed, homie. Like, to me, a veces me desespero, like, oh, whatever, fool, have it then. Have it. Go ahead. That's why I keep saying it's going to continue to happen. We're going to continue to get punked by America, bro. We're going to continue until we actually come together.
We just have to continue to find like-minded individuals. I'm like, look, because of this show and because obviously I've been coming up here and tapping in with you, I've seen a whole mess of individuals, so many homies who we all think alike. Like,
Yes.
and I didn't know we existed, bro. I didn't know that other brown men, you know, out there kind of felt the same way. And we're like, yo, like, hey, it's time for us to speak up, you know, at least get organized. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's real power. Be able to get organized and really make some shit change and make some shit pop. Because all we're going to do is continue to fucking bitch and complain about the shit that we've been bitching and complaining for fucking years.
That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. And like I said, it's just not going to change, bro. We're going to, and California should be the first one, hopefully. And this is the way I see it. In order for us to really get behind something, we need to do it in California first, because in California, we have the absolute numbers, bro. We definitely do. But unfortunately, we'll find a way. We find a way to put a wrench into our own system. And until we do, they're going to deport everybody. They're going to go to school. They're going to go to this. But talking about the deportation part, the feds have finally figured out, because they have a new attorney general, how to get around going into sanctuary cities and going into your county jail. They just got one guy yesterday in the Twin Towers of LA. So what the feds are doing now is they don't need the sheriffs to call them. They don't need LAPD to call them. That was the sanctuary city policy, which would tell the sheriffs, chief, hey, tell all your people to stand down. Do not call us if you have an illegal immigrant. That has nothing to do with you. But now what the feds have done is they have put offices, LA County, right next to the Twin Towers, right? And what do? With the feds, bro? they tap in to the same login that the state has, that the county has. And they're looking in there and they're copying and pasting and putting the computer and let the computer run. Bingo, we got one. Anybody who has been formally deported and is back, that is a federal crime. They came back and crossed. And now the feds are going into any county jail and say, hey, give me this guy, give me this guy, give me this guy. We're going to try him federally. So if you think that because you're in a sanctuary city and you've left and came back that you're good, think again, bro. The feds are coming for you. And that's...
Damn.
It's a tough one,
That's
but
crazy.
to me, I'd rather have that than going after the guys at the job sites. But unfortunately, they're going to go to the job sites now. They're going to go to the schools. They're going to go to the churches. Like I said, they're going to go to everywhere until we actually get our fucking thing together.
I think what's fucked up is I've been hearing this and I need to fact check it, but there's members of the community who've been saying that there's a lot of sanctuary cities that have had these back end deals with police departments, with ICE, where they're telling you one thing in front of your face, right? They're saying, hey, everybody's safe here, blah, blah, blah. But there's individuals of their local municipality who are working with people behind your back. And that's, man, I'm lost for words because that's fucked up. That's beyond fucked up, and I don't really know it layman's terms to kind of put that, right? And how that makes me feel. But to your point, like, unfortunately, even when you do become incarcerated, you become property. Like which is fucked up because you become less of a human being. So like technically you become property, you become less of a human being when you are incarcerated. They strip you of your rights, which is...
Yeah, but Frank, I myself personally never saw it as them stripping my rights. I saw it as myself stripping my rights.
I completely agree, right? You're in there for whatever reason because of the decisions that you made.
Of course.
Yes, personal responsibility.
Yes.
I understand that. But I guess what I'm saying is just a material fact of what people don't understand when they go through the system is once you become and you go to jail.
Oh, yeah. It's very hard to get out of that system.
Yeah, it's very hard to get out of the system. And not just that, they dehumanize you legally.
Yeah, they make you split yourself, squat and comp, the whole shebang, bro. Some bad stuff going on in there, bro. Some bad stuff.
So if you think like you can come back in and not get touched because you're in jail or whatever it may be,
get you.
when it comes to ICE, is like, yeah, the Fed can.
Mr. Chris, could you get me a Pellegrino, por favor?
Ooh, we interrupt this discussion.
Yeah, we have a new sponsor. Our new sponsor is Pellegrino.
But I guess the constant argument that's always made is, people are coming here illegally. I get it. I agree with everybody out there. We need strong borders, 100%. Every nation, every sovereign nation needs strong borders. But as well, we need to stop fucking meddling in other people's fucking business.
This segment is brought to you by S. Pellegrino.
The S is silent, bro.
The S is silent,
Yeah.
huh? Not over here. Fools a soft side. I play.
But we have a long history of meddling in everybody else's shit. We're those metiches. We get involved. Because there's something in it for us. And what do we expect? We decentralized democratic countries for decades, and we expect them not to fall apart and those people to come somewhere.
But wouldn't you rather live in Rome than live in somewhere that Rome is going to take over? That, to me, that is one conversation that a lot of people like. I see a lot of in my IG, bro. Oh, you bootlicker, the colonizer, fool, you American, fool. That's what gives you the right to call somebody a bootlicker. That's what gives you the right to go live somewhere else and go tell the narcos, hey, you can't come over here. I thought that way. Go to the Middle East and say, hey man, my wife can drive. Go and do that. It's the world since the beginning of time. People have been conquering. People have been doing this. I'd rather be on the side where my hood is conquering instead of conquering us. I mean, I know it's a lot of times hard for people to see that, but it's still going on today.
If we don't do it, someone's gonna do it to us.
Yes, that's just how it is. It's since the beginning of time. There was a couple guys like this, we fucking eating, and then who's that? And they start, and they've been fighting each other, bro. And then eventually they come together. They start making peace. They start making little civilizations. But then those civilizations will fight against this one. Like that's how the world is. That's how man is. That's how man is.
Human nature.
This is cause and effect. There's three sides to a story, right? Is two sides and then there's a truth.
Yes.
And this is all cause and effect. Obviously, things spike because, yeah, we definitely do have an involvement around the world. And to your point, I completely understand that ethical question that one must ask themselves is, do you want to be the bully or do you want to be the one being bullied?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to.
That's how it is, bro.
And
America is just another yard, homie. It's just another yard. The world is just another yard. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be the big dog or do you want to be the one that's underneath that paw, bro? And I mean, that goes for everything.
Ice Cube said it. The world is a motherfucking ghetto.
There you go, homeboy. There you go. Hey, so I thought the feds were on us today, bro. I'm driving. I'm driving.
I know. When I walked out, I was like,
Oh, I came in early. I was doing some stuff, and then Doughboy Tony came in. I was like, "What the hell's coming?" I said, "Oh, Tony," and then I left. I came back and I said, "The ghetto bird." I said, "Damn, that looks like it's right over the studio, bro." And I keep going. I'm thinking that's over the studio. I'm like, I'm about to just drive by, and go, I'm gone. But then when you came out the freeway, they were behind you too, huh?
yeah, I was like, what the fuck I do? I just got here, way.
Welcome to North Hollywood, homie.
For real, bro.
Welcome to the city of no pity, brother.
Yeah.
So what do we got? I've been from day one. Fresno Bulldog Lane Cement. That's right, homeboy. Lane Cement, carnal. So let's get a little bit into what's that podcast? The Mentiroso podcast?
Damn.
The one with with that fool pinking the brain. That's the brain right there. That's fucking Prime, bro. Is the evil guy. Okay, so first and foremost, I mean, there's just some lies in there, bro. Like, to me, shout out to the homies, man. No, I got no hate for them. I fuck with Prime all the time, bro. Prime's a fool, man. Me and Prime got this back and forth fucking fake, not even fake beef, just bullshitting back and forth with each other. Remember, Prime was the one that came on the platform here, and he got that whole, and he actually, to Prime's credit, he put Chicano rap back on the map, bro, by saying Chicano rap is dead and this and that. And that's when people started feeling a certain way, right? Well, he made this podcast called All Facts with Comparator himself and the rich homie Juan. And there was some stuff in that I'm listening to, and I'm like, his way. First, like, as far as all facts go, let me throw my shots at you guys, man. Comparator, fool. You guys are talking about Blue Devil and fucking Three Finger, the biggest mentiroso on the internet, that's talking all kind of stuff that's getting people caught up in RICO acts, and you guys are kind of backing that fool's play by saying that this vato paid this Moreno money for him to stop messing with him. Come on, homie. If that's the case, comparator, then that means you got your watch took, like that guy said. You got your chain took, like that guy said. I don't know if it was the watch or the chain. You can't have one without the other. People like to pick and choose what some mentiroso says and run with it. Like, you shouldn't be talking about that, homie. That's some real shit. You should not be talking about that fool taxing on, because it's a lie, bro. It's a lie. It's just like that fool said all kind of stuff about you, homie. So should we believe that? I don't think so, bro. And then as far as rich homie Quan, or Juan or Quan, which Juan? There was some stuff said that just personally did not need to be said, bro. And I wouldn't even say it. There's some stuff in there that you just hating, fool. Come on, like, don't mind his way. I could understand some of the business aspect, but to bring some of that, come on, for you trying to smut, just it's just a bad look, bro. It's a horrible look. What do you think?
Man, I thought that was like I said, I don't know both of them, but from just the context of the interview, I got that it's more of a personal attack. Mm-hmm. So as a man, you're trying to say something about the woman that he loves just to try to get under his skin and push his buttons. So like, you're absolutely gonna talk that shit, because whatever beef that you guys have, whatever fallout that you guys had, at one point in time, you guys were camaradas.
Yes.
Te lo dijo en confianza. And as men, like, we should be able to have a homie that we can talk to and is not going to go out there even during wartime and spill my shit. There's things about people. I know things about people that I don't like, that terminamos mal, that I'm just, the gentleman's code, the G code is, hey, homie, keep it to yourself. Like, that's not stuff that you go out there and you publicize, especially on a podcast. I'm like, I felt that you did it just to try to hurt this man. Of course. And of course he knows a lot. If it's public record, then he knows all this information. So you're just taking a personal attack. I'm like, and if that's the case, then hit the homie up himself, bro. And if you have a personal issue, then, you have to address that. But I'm like, I thought it was in bad taste. You can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want on these podcasts, right? You're a grown man and do whatever it is that you need to do. But just from my personal opinion, I'm like, it just felt that you were trying to just dig into him and try to get him push his buttons.
Yeah.
What do you think, Tony?
No, well, shit. I mean, based from what I know, I just heard a little bit of the clip that you played earlier. You know, that's pretty much all I know. But what I do know is that, you know, both of them are both successful in their own way. They all got their both platforms, you know. So I think just shit like that was kind of unnecessary to bring out, because it's like, you only do that if you want to stir some shit up.
Oh, major.
That's only, you know, you want to kick up dust and you want to kick it off in some type of way.
Yeah, but there's some things that are off limits, bro. There's some family like that. That's unless it was something that you were brought into and all that, but that's off limits, fool. That got nothing to do with nothing, fool.
That's what I'm saying. And for them to have like each their respectful platforms, bro, like just you don't interfere with each other. Like you're both doing good, you're both doing your thing. I feel like that was just super unnecessary.
Yeah. No, 100%, you know, and I see Icon getting involved in the boxing side. I'm like, yo, like, we're in the world of people boxing each other.
Yeah.
I was like, if really you really feel some type of way, it's like, look, let's do it in a safe way. Let's go out there and, you know, put them gloves on. And if it comes to if it comes to that, right? But to your point, I do agree that there's just certain things that, you know, as amongst men, right?
Right.
Because people watch shows like that. You got these youngsters, these young men that look up to these men, right? And they're seeing how you're acting, how you address issues. You're a role model, whether you like it or not. Yeah. You've built an incredible platform. You know, carry yourself as such.
Yeah, I got Central Cal. That's a long-time subscriber. I met the guy too, and his family. I don't agree with you. He's just keeping it real. What if somebody has a problem with you and they start talking about your significant other? Well, it has nothing to do with it now, unless we're all the Virgin Marys and this and that. We're adults, bro. We're not kids. This ain't 15 years old. Ay, pues esta estaba. No mames, güey. No mames. It has nothing to do with the podcast biz, bro. It has zero to do with it. I mean, absolutely. So before you like throw that stone, think if somebody's calling you, telling you, hey, this vato was talking about your old lady or whoopty whoop whoop. Like, come on, homie. There's no need for that, bro.
And going back to like what we said earlier, where there's like three sides to a story, is, you know, Icons is Juan's, and then there's the truth. There's a lot of information that we're never gonna know because those conversations were had in private and between them. And I feel like there's a lot of conversations that should stay between men, right? And should stay between them as well. But you know, if he has something to say, you know, truth be told, I'm not against him getting stuff off his chest. Any man should be able to come up here and speak his truth. But I also agree that it's like, yo, like there's certain boundaries that, you know, we should kind of set that precedence that we shouldn't cross.
Yeah,
I see a lot of different comments. I think I need to watch the whole thing because I'm seeing like a bunch of different shit that I
don't know, but Central Cal don't like him. That's why, bro.
No, not even just his comments. You know, like a lot of different ones. I'm like, I'm missing.
To me, listen,
like,
I get him, you know, allegedly outing him out for certain stuff that, you know, business things that happen. That happens in every business, bro. I've had many of partners, bro, and some have gone good, some have gone like F you, and I just go the other way. But even after I see him, like, what's up? I've had business with people I've had like straight fights with. Fuck you, this and that. I'll see him a year later on the job. Hey, how you doing, man? How's it going? Like, that's business, bro. In business, you're gonna have like problems with people, and you're not gonna go and just sit there and fucking, oh, this guy, make your money, fool. And I know the rich homie Juan knows how to make that money, fool. But to me, it was like, I'm saying this because I hope that's not the trajectory that they want to take the All Mentiroso podcast. I gotta take my shot at Prime. Yeah, I might just pull up over there. You know what? Let's get that fade me in Prime, fool.
Damn,
let's
what's up?
Shit, Prime. Let's run that shit, Prime.
Set it up.
Set it up, bro. No, that will use his head. Fool.
You know who can be on the undercard?
Who's that, bro?
Jenny 6'9".
Oh, Jenny 6'9". Hey, so yeah, Jenny 6'9". She says she's ready to fight, bro.
She's ready to fight.
Who do you think her fight should be?
Well, she should fight the hyena that was talking shit to her.
Who's that?
Miss Pinks?
Oh, the from Miss Pinks, when she was coming after me at the Hater World, boy. She might come after me again and call, bro.
Hey, well,
but that would be good.
They have real beef.
They got beef. Yeah, they got beef. Might as well get paid and
I'll
fight.
pay to see that.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll pay to see that.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll pay to see them on the undercard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And you on the main card.
And me on the Prime card.
I'll pay for that. I'll pay for that event.
I'm down with that, bro. I'll take like 2 or 3 in one night, bro. Let's do this.
Yeah, you know, I definitely think like that would be a great way for them to kind of settle their issues, you know? Because honestly, anybody who's going to get in the ring, bro, like it takes a certain type of individual to go up there. Like,
for sure.
Because it's it's really mental. It's
Getting your
everything
ego-
leading up to it,
getting your
right?
ego stripped out of you,
Bro, 100%.
Yep.
Because now you're front and center, and now like that's as human beings, right? Like you have a fight or flight, and that's it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And for you to be able to control that and control your emotions and control, your adrenaline. If you've never been up in the ring, if you've never sparred, if you've never fought like that, and you had all the lights on you,
bet.
it's this crazy adrenaline rush that you have to control.
I bet, bro.
And it's more than just the physical aspect of getting fucking hit, right? It's like all the mental stuff that you have to control. So putting both of them into that, it would be interesting to see.
Hey, but you know what? The biggest thing, Icon did get exposed, bro.
How to get exposed?
I guess he said that fool said he ain't raza.
Oh shit.
Oh,
He ain't raza.
wait, who said?
What is he?
Wait, who's not Raza? Icon's not Raza?
Allegedly, I could care less, bro. To me, Icon's raza, homie. I got homies who are black who are raza. I got homies who are everything who are raza. To me, again, Juan, you good, homie. You got a good platform. Don't get caught up in the nonsense. Listen, I get it. You got it off your chest, right? You get it off your chest. Did you cross the line? Yeah, my opinion, you crossed the line. But as far as not being raza, I've heard lames say the same thing about me. Hate on my, oh, you're not this, you're not. Come on, fool. Icon, regardless, has done so much for the culture,
I was
bro.
gonna say, I'll tell you one thing. Icon, if you're not Raza, I don't care, but I appreciate everything you have done for Raza for sure, including myself. He has helped so many people, dog, in so many different ways. Like, come on, bro. How are we not? How you just exclude somebody for something like that? Again, I don't know if that's true or not.
But that's just like that. You know what that's like
but
saying?
if it is true, I'm with Gil. I really
That's
don't
like
care.
saying somebody's coming saying, "Well, you know, Eminem's not black." But bro, he's part of your culture. Like,
I guess what people would have an issue with is if he was exploiting the culture, like claiming it, because Eminem doesn't claim to be black.
wait, okay.
I guess that'd be an issue for some
Adam
people.
22, he exploits the black culture, bro. My opinion, right? He exploits every culture as long as he can. Compa Raider, he was just on the same Mentiroso podcast talking about, oh, I'd go back, I screwed up a little bit. But I'm like, wait a minute, fool. This fool just had a RICO act, has feds on him, and you still want to go back to that? Like, either you're going to keep it real or you're not, homie. You can't sit here and fucking shoot shots at homies and all that you know are lies, but all of a sudden you're going to go back to the white devil like that. Like, this is what kind of rubs me the wrong way, bro. Like, shit. Like, I mean, I get it. We have our internal stuff, but within homies who are good, like, come on, brother. We better than that, carnal. But
Yeah,
I don't know. Oh, yeah. I kind of feel your honey buns.
there's all types of crazy.
Daddy Mayo, fool. Daddy Mayo. But
That's a crazy
somebody
claim.
told me, I heard this, you got to watch your money, fool. You got to watch your money. You can't come back later on and say, oh, this guy took this from me. This guy. If you partner with somebody, like I've been partnering with fools, like, hey, fool, at the end of the month, I'm like, I'm doing the breakdown. This is what you owe me. Or they're doing it to me.
Yeah,
That's how you do it. You're going to come back to me 6 months later. Hey, you took, like, no, fool, this is business.
I try to live by this moniker, right? What's the loss without the lesson? Shout out to Nipsey.
There you go.
And it's the truth, bro. It's like, what did that loss teach you? Not to do that shit again, right? And you can't go back and say like, oh, you owe me for fucking all this stuff, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years, whatever, however long it may be. What's right is right. What's wrong is wrong. That I agree with. Speak your truth. If some people do shady business, speak on it, right? If that's your prerogative, if that's what you want to do. But what did you learn from that situation? I'm like, I believe that Diosito puts us in certain positions.
Thanks, bro.
And, it was meant to happen that way. You learn something, you had to evolve it. It pushed you into a situation that you probably wouldn't have gone by yourself.
yep.
Yeah. I mean, we'll take phone calls after this. To me, listen, I fuck with Prime, homie. I fuck with Compa Raider. I fuck with the rich homie Juan.
Yep.
I definitely fuck with Negra and with Icon, bro. Those are good ass people, bro. I just hope that this is not the route we're gonna start taking in podcasting to to get views, to get this, homie. Like, we better than that, bro.
Yeah.
And the powers that be, that's what they want. I'm gonna echo exactly what you were saying, Gil. It's like all those individuals out there, y'all important to the movement.
Yes, fool.
Y'all important to what we're trying to push, right? Especially as Latinos, especially trying to push that being unified card. Yes, we might be like family, we might fight amongst ourselves, but at the end of the day, it's all to push us moving forward. So you guys all play a vital and important role. And to your point, it's just like, hey, just remember that. Remember that, hey, we're trying to move together.
It's bad taste, bro. To me, if I was Prime, and I'm not saying if I was Prime, I'll put that on my members only, get it off the internet, because this is what this is opening up to, bro. This is opening up to talking about your mom, talking about your sister, talking about your dead homie. We don't do that, bro. Like, there's just certain fucking ethics that we need to keep. And I'm not talking about criminal. I'm just talking about ethically, bro. There's some ethics we need to keep, and you don't attack people like that, bro. I mean, the other stuff, yeah, I get it. I get some of that other stuff, but you know what? At the same time, if he's telling the truth about BD paying money, then he's true about taking your shit. Like, you can't have both. You can't have it both ways, homie. We already got enough enemies. So to me, guys, homie, just I get it. We get into that. We get into that fucking that realm of the YouTube yarda phone. We get caught up, carnal. But me as the warden, I'm saying you guys are tripping, homie. Hopefully you guys hear it, homie. I am the warden of the YouTube yarda, fool. You know what? I got rid of my big old keys, homeboy. All right, put the up there, Chris. Now let's sit there. Central Cal, $5 super chat. AC, thanks for setting good examples. You're right, carnal. You're a good big homie. That's what a good big homie is. They're gonna try to give you the facts and the truth. And if I wasn't a good homie to like priming them, I would just say, keep it going, bro. Like, fool. Like, I seen fools get shot for much less.
Yeah,
let's keep it 100, bro.
Yep.
And that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to empower our people, entertain our people, but not disrespect like that.
Yeah, and Frankie said it best too. Like, they all play an important role to what we're doing right now.
For sure.
Like, they all push the culture forward, you know?
Yeah.
So to me, it was just something unnecessary. It didn't need to happen. And hopefully, they can they can figure that shit out.
Somebody's gonna figure it out. All right, you guys call in 747-279-8109, 747-279-8109. All right, I started attacking Raza unless you a PC. Yeah, if you're a PC, then you just ain't part of the game, homie. They don't like me over there either, but bro, it's like you it's just leave those guys alone, bro. That's a whole different topic, bro. Don't get me started on those guys, man. What's up, Frank? What else you got, bro?
But I think what's really dope about your podcast and being here and sharing this space with y'all is, we definitely have difference of opinions. And we sit here, we try to see both sides, because, it can't be, you can't view the world from like one lens. And that's impossible. It's impossible for you to, go throughout your life just believing one thing and not seeing everybody else's, point of view. Because we have to cohabitate. We have to live together. We have to, we're a village.
Yeah, for sure, bro. We're like in the spectrum of podcasting, movies, music. We're small, bro. We're barely kind of coming up this level. Like in our world, we're larger, but in the big world, no, we're very small, bro. And in order for us to come up do a thing together, brother.
Bro, let me put it to you this way. So in my profession, right, I'm in marketing and branding, do a lot of research, and I was doing research to try to I'm putting together a deck, and it's specifically tailored to like our community. Did you know, number one, in California, Latinos make $320 billion of gross revenue every single year.
I can see it.
In consumer goods and services, right? Nationwide, we make $3.2 trillion every single year.
Yep.
But here in California, we already make the majority of the population. We're 40% of the population, but only 4% of advertising and marketing dollars are targeted our community.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, you know why? They target the African Americans, but they target the widows with a lot of African American stuff, and we'll just go right along with it. That's the influence, bro. If you get like the rappers, the basketball players, the football players, we're gonna buy that.
It's just crazy to me just to see how how much influence like monetarily we have, right? Another fact out there is by 2030 we're gonna make a third of the economy here in California. So why this is important is because we're talking about the podcast and we're talking about how these individuals really play a real big role in pushing the culture forward, because I love to see other brown men and women out there creating their own brands, monetizing what they do.
Yes.
Because trust me, there's enough money for us to go around in our communities.
Hotline.
Man, it's Ed from Patrio, upstate homie dog.
What's up, homeboy? How's it going up there, Carnal? All good?
What up, man? Simon. But I gotta give love to the place that made me, though, man. The 805 también, dog.
That's right, homeboy. Shout out to the 805.
But,
what's good with you?
Simon, man. So pretty much I wanted to, dude. I hope that I'm able to eloquently fucking put these words together.
Okay.
as it's like not a lot of information, but I wanted to touch on that subject because it's true, bro. Like ahorita como dijeron ustedes, güey, like fucking right now we're pretty much we're like a lot of people. When you got people in Mexico saying that the U.S. is like another little Mexico, that's how you know that we're deep, bro. When even the motherland's saying the same thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And foods that are born out there. And here's the thing, but like you said, they cater to what's popular, to what they think is going to benefit them with votes or like or with feria, right?
Right.
Even though we're big, we could be a cash cow también that not only benefits them but benefits us equally. But and here's I mean, we all know the truth, bro. That a lot of the things that and I'm not trying to sound like a hater. I'm trying to be honest, bro. I'm trying to speak
Go
facts.
ahead. Go ahead. Speak your truth,
That,
bro.
like, watch with a lot of the stuff that the Morenos get, bro, with the brothers, it's a lot of it. Some of it is deserved, but a lot of it, like, I mean, in regards to positive stuff. But I think it's over. It's about time that we get ours, bro, because they're the one, like Edward James almost said, the clip that you posted days back, bro. Because I researched this stuff también. He said that TV and business, TV, everything that basically benefits people in the world, it's all black and white, meaning only those two groups of people. We could be hella deep, and then when it's time to make a movie about Zorro, a Mexican vigilante to help the people, they use a Spaniard with green eyes and blonde hair, homie.
Yeah, that's
and then they made a new show, and it's like, and think about this, watch, they use the victim card about, they always, even though it's been hundreds and hundreds of years, they use a slavery thing. And like I said, I'm not trying to hate, but look at Mexico. Mexico was overtaken. There was a genocide of the indigenous folks. Obviously the mixture of the people, you know, like they call fucking mestizo lo que sabe.
You got 30
but
seconds.
we were overtaken for 300 years, bro. And then yeah, like I'm getting to the point.
Yeah, for sure.
And because they want to do the victim Olympics, but think about this: we lost a shitload of land right when we became independent from Spain, bro. So we could go back and forth when it comes to this to the victim Olympics. But here's the main part: they were fortunate enough and blessed enough that they happened to be victimized in a country that actually cares, bro. Because Spain don't give a shit, bro. Remember when the vato from Mexico said that?
I get that, but listen, it's not so much that, bro. What it is with what's different from the brothers and us is the brothers, they all came from, let's say, Africa originally, right? So when they come here, they have nowhere else, bro. So they got each other. With us, we get chopped up into different pieces. We get chopped up into, yo soy Chicano, so you're a pocho. The Mexicans down there in Mexico don't see you as a Mexican. You guys don't see people like myself from Honduras as raza, the Central Americans. Then we separate ourselves into South Americans. We always have a home base real close to us so we can separate each other. With them is you go after one of them, they get like, hell no, that's my people. With us, it's like, that fool's from Southern California. That fool's from Northern California. That guy's from Texas. We separate ourselves into different groups when it comes to issues. But until we come together with that, I think we'll still be losing to everybody else.
A final thing, a final note. I exactly agree with that, bro. Because like I said, it's not about hating on them. It's just about sharing statistics and facts.
I get it.
And that is one great thing that I will say for sure that they do, that they be having each other's backs. Like, and I think when it comes to raza, like if things are not going to benefit, like if people are talking about whether it's upstate in regards to both parties up here, or whether it's like SoCal stuff or lo que sabe, when it comes to raza, if we don't got a positive opinion, like it's better just not to say nothing, just so it shows class, dog. So it shows class to the people that they can mess with us and make some feria, like on a positive tip.
Absolutely.
But you guys have a good one to keep representing, Gil, and you about to right there, dog.
That's right, homeboy. We got a super chat. Terry Hesticles, even though they're kind of hairy.
Terry Hesticles.
1999 super chat. Terry Hesticles has been a subscriber and a follower for many years. I love this message.
That's right.
Yeah, he has very Terry Hesticles. I think he's the surprise guest at the Diddy fucking
the Diddy trial.
The Diddy trial, bro.
It's a surprise guest.
Hey, are we gonna see an usher over there?
They said,
come on, Chris, you gotta speak for the black community, brother.
I don't know.
I think we're getting Wendy Williams.
Damn. Yeah, that was a surprise.
I was surprised.
Wasn't Usher living with Diddy?
Yeah,
Usher and what's his name, bro?
Beaver.
They were at the parties.
They were.
Let's go. Hotline.
Buckaroos?
What's up, Buckaroo? Talk to us, homeboy.
Fucking puro on the house, homie.
What's up on house, man?
Hey, what's up with the chat, dog? Some shit going on in there, huh?
Yeah,
What's
what's
going on?
there's some stuff that shouldn't be going on. What's going on, though, fool?
Hey, you got to put the yard on lockdown, fool, for about a week.
I might have to, dude. I might have to go in there and say, all right, everybody on the YouTube yard, you're going on lockdown right now. Nobody's coming out. Nobody's coming in. You will be fed yourselves. And you will not be showering. So make sure you get your bird baths in, gentlemen.
I think it needs to quiet down a little bit, dog. It's going to kick off.
Yeah, dude. And it's unfortunate, bro. Like, come on. This is what we're fighting for? Like, I thought we were fighting for power to the people, bro. It's like, no more power to the people. We're fighting for crumbs once again, bro. And I've been saying this for a minute. It seems like YouTube has become what the streets is, bro. We're sitting here and fighting over if you look at it on a grand scale, like if I was supposed to show somebody at work, right? Somebody at work who's very up there in construction, be like, hey, watch this part of the YouTube channel. They'll be like, the fuck are you guys doing over there, bro? Like, you guys are good. You guys are doing the same shit you're doing in the streets, but on the YouTube fucking streets, bro. And it's a shame. Fucking, but Unhaz, what's up with you, fool?
I always been saying it, bro. Ever since social media came into play, everything just got fucking thrown out the window.
Yeah.
People don't know how to act, respect. And they look at motherfuckers turn on you for whatever the smallest reasons, bro, and air you out with your personal shit.
That's why it's a YouTube video. They'll cut your throat, homeboy.
So you got to keep your circle nice and small and watch your mouth and what you tell people, because look at this shit.
Yeah, but
getting aired out,
but
homie.
the thing is, it's nothing to air out, bro. It's like, really? Like, what are we, 15 years old, bro? Like, no.
No, exactly. I mean, even the smallest shit. And
Yeah.
I mean, then you get personal shit aired out. It's just damn, bro.
And that's what I don't like, because it is opening the door to people talking about your mama, talking about your sisters, talking about your wife, talking about your dead homie, talking about everybody. Because once you start opening up that door, bro, like, like with this one, it would be Icon's thing. And Icon, I'm sure, is not gonna sit there and be all disrespectful and all that, because that's just not Icon style, which is classy, bro, which is classy. So I just hope it doesn't.
But in other people's eyes, you know how they're gonna look at it.
Yeah, but
I know what you mean by that. But everybody's gonna be like,
well, that's somebody told me.
Yeah.
Somebody says on the comment section, I had their live earlier, and they were saying, "Oh, so and so got marked out." I said, "You got marked out on the internet? Like, what the fuck, bro?" I guess I been marked out like 20 times on the internet, bro. Like, all that you've been marked out. Like, nah, homie. You know who does stuff like that and all that? I hate to say it, brother, but the brothers, homie. Is that what we're gonna do? Are we gonna act like that? Are we gonna be talking about RICO acts later on? Are we gonna talk about people's crimes later on? Because this is what's opening the door to that. Either we know how to behave or we don't, bro. And I'm trying to say, listen, nah, we're better than that, homie. We don't do that kind of stuff. But
it's like the way we roll, shit gets done on the low behind closed doors. But it's like no one believes unless it's not on the internet.
Well,
you post a video.
That's the thing.
Like,
fool.
come on.
That's the thing. These people are so used to. So they would want this guy to clap back on the internet. Come on, fool. We're not 15 years old, homie. Ya estamos viejos, güey. No mames. Maybe Double Tony is about 16, bro. But I don't know, bro.
It's like, hey, look, we come from a place in the era that don't exist no more.
For sure, fool. For sure, fool. All right, fuck it.
Hey, I just want to step in with you, big dog.
Appreciate you, brother. Later.
That's right.
You should have started yoga. I do have a yoga channel, fool. It's called Your Abuela. I do abuela yoga with your abuela. Political climate's one thing, but talking shit about people's loved ones, nah, come on.
Yeah.
Well, that shit'll get you beat up or something or another, bro. But it's a door that should not be open. All right, people, you want to call in 747-279?
No.
Yeah. Hotline.
We were about to get our team, man.
What's up, Bama?
Hey, thank you for the intro, Chris.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're supposed to say this is the world famous Alabama Mexican. What's up, Bama?
And quality control. Remember, I'm the quality control over here too, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
QA.
What's up, Bama? How your cousins feeling, man?
Hey, man, I'm happy the boys are back, man. Hey, how come you guys didn't work last week, man? What's up with that,
He
man?
misses you guys. Go ahead, get it.
Shit.
I had to do something, bro. I went to like a water restoration technician class, bro. That I had to go and handle business real quick. But the homies I told the homies to pull up. They didn't want to, or they couldn't for whatever reason. So there was no episode.
Well, I'm happy you guys are back. Hey, what's up with Baby Don Ramon? He didn't show up to work too.
Baby Don Ramon.
He didn't make it today, man. He didn't make it today.
Pansexual Mark Anthony didn't make it today.
Hey, he's over there like rolling up some weed right now, huh?
Hell yeah.
That was probably just
Rolling
at
some
home,
weed.
smoking one up,
Watching the Diddy trial.
watching the Diddy trials, waiting for his name to get called up.
I feel like Mark Anthony has never hit up a girl without a blunt on his ear. You know,
Probably.
That's like,
Facts, probably.
He do got a blunt in his ear a lot of the times.
hey, Boy Scout, you're cooking today, man. You let them know what's up, man.
Man.
Hey, Boy Scout gets the MVP at American Cholo this week, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, there
I
you go.
appreciate you.
There you go.
I was ready for the call, bro. I heard your call yesterday on the boys, bro, talking about if you had a real ID, you can buy some pussy.
Oh yeah, yeah, bro. You won't get incarcerated if you have a real ID, man. You know what I'm saying?
Is that true? You already tried that?
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? But thanks to the pod, now I'm getting civilian girls like that because of the fame of the podcast. You know, I'm starting to get civilian girls like they just want to fuck me for fun, man. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, you got them flocking at you now?
Well, I bet you guys been on the show. The bitches is just walking in reverse like to you guys, right?
Hell no.
A lot of unhoused bitches outside the studio.
Yeah, a lot of unhoused for sure. You better been in North Hollywood?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Nah, man. There ain't nothing but homeless and liquor stores over there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we're Hollywood, my boy.
What happened?
Bama,
What-
you come to Hollywood,
what's
you
up?
better check in, fool.
Yeah.
Somebody told me who that check. If you come to Hollywood, you better check in, Bama.
Hey, American Cholo sounds like Swifty Blue, man. Hey, take it easy, man.
But
Yeah.
Hey, so what's up? Hey, you guys talking about that girl Jenny 6ix9ine? Hey, why don't you invite her to the show, man? Start booking her right now for next week, man.
damn, I thought you wanted the other one from Duno's old podcast. I even forgot her name.
Oh yeah, well that will bring a lot of views.
You see it? That's my cold player, bro.
Hey, if she comes, you gonna call in, or you gonna?
he
freeze
might-
it?
Bro, hell yeah. Well, you guys never had anything good over there at the podcast, man.
Hey, Bama,
What?
how far do you live from North Hollywood, Bama? Honestly, bro.
Well, I prefer to stay anonymous because one of these days, one of you guys is gonna try to swing on me and shit. So, yeah.
We gotta get Bama over here, but with that mask. You know, remember that guy who exposed all the magicians? He would have the mask. All that, bro.
Let me see if I can get
Hey, you guys still talking about that Diddy trial?
Of
Hey,
course,
hey,
bro. Wendy Williams came out
tell me-
today.
Hey, tell me if I got a good point right here. Hey, isn't Puffy the best thing that could have ever happened to Cassie, though? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, $20 million to say yes.
Damn.
Yeah, because she would have been working like at Hot Topic if it wasn't for Puff Daddy, you know?
Hot topic is stay away.
And she was gonna, she was gonna be, she was probably gonna be fucking these motherfuckers for free too, because that's how it goes. I
That's
mean,
how it
like,
rolls. Yeah, these are facts, bro. These are facts.
yeah. And now she got herself a white boy that is like
The baby-
submissive.
Yes.
That white boy got the same energy as Dusty TV, man. You should check out his podcast.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Waiting for that one.
Yeah, leave my boy Dusty alone, bro. Leave my boy Dusty alone, bro.
Good publicity and bad publicity is still good
Yes, it's
publicity,
true.
right?
Go check out Dusty Vision on Dusty
still
Vision
publicity,
TV, bro.
yeah.
It's absolutely.
Yeah,
All publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, go check his podcast. Hey, you know one thing Mark Anthony really said that hurt me, man?
What do you
What's
think?
that,
What do you
bro?
say?
He said, Gusty bought me some tacos.
Oh, he did though, bro.
Mexican Alabama.
Hey, those were good. Yeah, he sold that. Oh, that's for the dirtbag, dude. The philosopher will sell out for like 2 tacos and a beer, bro.
Hey, he said the fucking American. No, he goes the Alabama Mexican. The only thing he has is bad jokes. Hey, you realize what Mark Anthony will do for a tomahawk steak?
Oh, forget about it, boy. He'll be like this. Peel a little slower. Peel a little slower, bro.
Be a little slower.
All right, Bama, man. Appreciate the call always.
Hey, please come back next week and please,
That's
sleep
right,
over at
brother.
the studio. Sleep at the studio if you live too far.
All right, for one love. Hey,
Hey, take care, guys.
that's right. Yeah, I'm missing you guys, bro.
Look.
Right? Oh, there you go. Look at the screen, bro.
On a sick one, fool.
That's the Alabama Mexican right there, bro. Yeah, we'll get him the mask and everything, bro. I don't know. That man might be like 350 pounds, bro. I don't know.
We gotta get his address and ship him the fucking.
Later, Bama.
No, hey, you guys better come up on a better image for me.
That's you,
I'll
bro.
send one. No, that looks creepy as hell, man.
Oh, like I said, that's you, fool. Anybody who gets with their cousin is a creepy motherfucker. He said, not in my family.
Hey,
Later, Bama.
hey, one more.
One more.
A la prima se le arrima. You already know.
Fuck. Damn.
All right,
I know.
This was se la rima.
Fucking Bama.
That's what you say to your
All
homeless
right,
people. It's not your own.
Bama, yeah,
fool.
keep pushing for that guy, bro. All right, we're gonna take maybe 1 or 2 more phone calls. Chris has a Diddy party and you going to Hollywood? Where you going, Chris? Hollywood?
Pasadena.
Oh, Pasadena. Chris has a Diddy party in Pasadena.
Freak off.
Got a freak.
He's trying to get us on. Hotline.
What up?
What's up, player?
What up?
Chilling, fool.
Chilling. What's going on, Tony?
Nothing, fool. Driving back. Hey,
Don't tell me you're
I wanna
driving
send
back, fool. Go ahead, shoot.
I want to send a public service announcement.
All right, shoot.
For anyone talking papas about my boy Gil, right? My boy does action, bro. I just passed by. I haven't been in the hood in a while. I passed by Valley Plaza Park, right, on the 170.
Yeah.
And I was remembering when you had the event and I took my kids and they had smoke cones and they still bring it up to this day, right?
Right.
They're still like, man, I remember when that thing was going on in the park, right? So it led me to this. Anyone that's talking shit or whatever, get on my boy's level before you even open your mouth. Because you make a difference in the community. So my kids still remember that.
That's
dog.
right.
And that's going to be with them for a while. Every time they go to the park, they're like, oh, you remember when we ate snow cones here with your friend, Dad? That's what they tell me, right?
Heck
That's
yeah.
right.
That's bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. And it's a trip because every time I drive, and I've been to that park 1,000 times.
Right.
But today when I was driving by, se me pegó eso, you feel me?
Yeah, this year
Like-
we're gonna do it at Tierra Street Park. So pretty much we're gonna concentrate a lot of the stuff on Tierra Street Park. We'll do the backpack giveaway. And now that you're mentioning that, for sure we're gonna have free snow cones out there for the kids, bro. Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
But that's what it's about. It's about putting a good memory, good taste into kids, memory bank to be like, all right, dude, we're over here, we're getting some stuff for the community and doing some stuff. But yeah, listen, the guys that talk the most crap, bro, are the guys that aren't doing anything with their lives, bro, or doing anything.
They're
with the
not doing
community.
anything,
Yeah,
fool.
that's all.
They're not
it is.
doing anything, fool. That's that way. Look, maybe I'm gassing, whatever. Look, fool, I'm proud, fool, that you're from my area, fool.
That's right.
And I'm
boy.
from your area, fool, because you're older than me. But I ran into a couple dudes already, right? They see my little air freshener in the truck, and they go, hey, I know that guy. I took a picture with him. That's a good dude. And mind you, these are fools that on the street, your hoods don't get along.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they say that. That's a good dude right there.
That's right.
And I'm like, hey, that's my homie, fool. Like, I know that vato. They're like, yeah, that's a good dude right there. You know what I'm saying? And it's important because, look, you're a good dude. It don't matter where you're at, fool. You're a good dude. El perico es verde donde sea. You feel me?
See someone.
Yo.
So,
No,
nomás te quería decir eso, loco.
hey, fool, it's all love. Like, what was it on Sunday? I'm driving with Short Dog. I'm driving through the hood. I do my little patrols. I'm driving. And I see like three or four guys on those little like bikes, right?
Yeah.
But they're all helmet out, and they're right there like by Hatteras and Lancashire, right before the In and Out. And
Yeah.
we're at the red light. at the boot place, and I look at them like, hey, I'm like fucking around with them. They're like, oh shit, American Cholo, what's up? Like, what's up, fellas? Like, they're like, damn, this fool's really out there. And then we park at my pad, and me, Short Dog, and my homie are outside. We're smoking leño or whatnot. And sure, a couple of kids go out there with their bikes and driving by again. Oh shit, American Cholo! Like you can see young guys that they can see it. But to me, it's beautiful because not because they're recognizing me. Because if they're recognizing me, they're hearing the message, bro. Yeah, and that's what to me that's the important parts, bro.
That part.
You there, Tony?
Exactly.
You pass out, bro?
Yeah, no, I'm already packed up right here, fool. Now, wait, I'm gonna let you. I want to let you know that, bro.
Appreciate you, Tony. Always, homeboy. One
love. A la orden, bro.
Yeah,
a la orden, a la
that's
orden.
right. All right, so let's start getting out of here because Chris got to go to Chris, put us on, bro. Put us on, Chris. Put us on, bro. Put a good word in for us. That's why he's growing the beard, bro.
Gotta pick up some baby oil on my way.
No, the philosopher's already got it over. That's why he didn't show up today, bro.
Yeah, he's already waiting.
So take us out.
But shit, appreciate everybody who tuned in today, man. It's another episode of What's the Word on Wednesdays on the realest platform, American Cholo. Y'all already know what it is. I hope everybody had a good time listening to the messages, to, the conversation was flowing. And tune in next week, man. Y'all have a good night. Stay blessed. Stay safe. God bless.
That's it, bro. We out.